In this video, we will take a look of the helper scripts of FPS Animation Baker. These helper scripts can help you to play an extra animator along with source FPS hands. And the finger scripts can apply a static pose of target hands fingers. And we also take deeper use of the LPSP animation design pattern. First, let's modify the previous LPSP animator controller. LPSP is designed to work with multiple layers inside the controller. The base layer should be a blend shape between normal idle and aim idle. And upper layer should be additive animations of all behavior of the FP hands, like shooting, reloading, running. So we copy these states to the upper layer and set the override type as additive. In base layer, create a blend shape, set a flow parameter called ADS, which means aim down sight. In the blend shape, assign the rifle's idle and aim idle to it. On the source FPS hands, click Fill with Default States to update the state info of it. And we will control the LPSP weapons animator to play animations as well. Let's find its animation FBX file. Right-click, cat rabbit, create animator controller. Drag the animator controller to the weapon animator and set the culling mode to always animate. To make the weapon animator play with source hands, we need a component to bind events to it. So add FPS Animation Baker event subscriber to the source FPS hands object. Set the source hands to the slot of source hands. Set the weapon animator to the target animator slot. This is what would be triggered to play along with source hands. Click Generate Mapping button to generate a state mapping for source hands. And whenever an animation state gets played in source hands, the mapping will find a corresponding state to play on the target animator. Since the LPSP weapons only have reload and fire animation, we just need to fill in the reload and fire states. Keep in mind that the reload state name with FP is what we need. TP animations are useless for us. Then click Clear Mapping to remove the empty ones. Then add FPS ADS parameter controller to the object. This component will help with controlling ADS values on animator. LPSP hands requires an extra IK to make the hands work correctly. The default AR animations look fine in previous video. But for other weapons, it is mandatory to have IK, especially if you use the paid version low poly shooter pack. Create two game objects for it. Add simple 2-bone IK to them, and add the left and right arm bones to them. And drag effector hand left to the target of left IK, and effector hand right to the target of right IK. We also need to add a tool for previewing animations. Add new game object to the scene. Add a component called Animation Baker Legacy Tester to it. And drag the source hands to this slot. so we can play source hands animations with these buttons. Then hit play. We can test playing animations here. As you can see, the source hands would make source weapon to play reload animation. The magazine is moving with hand. Because the source hands animator has a blend shape now, you should aim in first before playing other aim animations like aim fire or aim walk. We can also make our AK-47 magazine to have a movement during reloading. Add a child game object to the magazine object. Drag this object to under the socket magazine object of the source AR weapon. Then back to the magazine object, add a transform constraint. Set that as the target of it. Now, in play mode, you can see our AK-47 also has its magazine moving during reload. Okay, then let's take a look at finger poses. Select the target hand object. Add a component called FPS Finger Preset Rotator. Click the Auto Set button to set up all the finger bones by the humanoid data. If the animator avatar is changed to something else, you can modify it back to humanoid for this setup. Then, in play mode, we can edit the offset data of each fingers to make them look better. By default, the scene view would display the free rotated handles of each finger. If you press E key to rotation mode of Unity Editor, it will switch to a precise rotation wires for control. However, the finger component doesn't have autosave during play mode. Once stop the game, you will lose all changes. But we can click this copy button to export all finger data in text form to system clipboard. Exit play mode. Then click this paste button. The data will be applied to the finger component. As you can see, play the game again, the fingers are all working as expected. Then, we will bake some animations to see how they work out. Okay, this is the result of our baked animations. The helper scripts are doing a charming job for adding basic details. But keep in mind that these animations still need post-editing to fine-tune the details of fingers and hands. If you have any questions, you can contact LudoCat for help. I'm LudoCat's little assistant. Thanks for watching.